2011, I graduated from college and started making $60,000 a year at my first job. But I ended up impulse shopping my way through that entire salary. In 2020, I became a certified life coach, and now I help women stop impulse shopping through my social media content.
We have cabinets and drawers and pantries full of stuff that we don't need.
Let's talk about the way that TikTok has skewed our view of what normal and average consumption habits look like. The first predominant theme that you're gonna see all over this app is that you always need the newest, the biggest, the shiniest item. There's just this overarching message that the happier you will be. And that's just simply not the case.
Well, Paige joins us now, and Paige, you flipped the script on this whole thing. You were going one way, and then you just said, no, this isn't working for me.
Yeah.
You did what I want to help Ivana do.
Mm-hmm.
What flipped you?
Well, my wake-up moment was really when it came time to move out of my parents' house after a year, and I could barely afford to cover the security deposit in an apartment, let alone furnish one, making a $60,000 salary and virtually having no expenses living at home. And after that, I realized this isn't sustainable. The way that I've been spending can't go on.
So you weren't really cognizant of the totals.
No.
You look back and say, I've been living kind of for free for a year and I'm broke.
Yeah, and when I would go shopping, my justification always was, I'm not putting it on a credit card and I'm not going into debt. I always knew that I had that money sitting in my checking account to buy the thing that I was going to be buying.
Well, that's good, at least. At least you didn't move out with all that debt and have to dig out. But you did have debt. You had student loan debt.
Yes, I was in $40,000 of student loan debt, which is why I moved home in the first place, because my intention was to live at home and pay those off.
But in 5 years, you made a switch, and in 5 years, you got that paid off, and you built a six-figure portfolio of investments, right?
Yes.
So when you turn around, you turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you turned around.
Yeah, I did. And I don't want to paint it like it was an overnight success. I mean, that process definitely took years. And it really started with very small changes in my consumption habits.
Yeah, it wasn't overnight. It was, you did this across 5 years.
Yeah.
And you said you were trusting others more than you were trusting yourself.
I was,
giving your power away, and instead of relying on what you thought, what you felt, what you wanted. One of the biggest mistakes we make, and this is one of the things you're going to hear and that you figured out, is all of us do this. Everybody here does it. I can remember a time in my life when I was very young and did this. We all have a personal truth, what we know about ourselves and feel about ourselves. And if your personal truth is damaged, like I would get up and go to school in the 5th or 6th grade, and my house was chaotic, turmoil. My father was an alcoholic. He would come home drunk. We couldn't find the car. And I'd get up and go to school knowing that's what I came out of. And the kid sitting next to me, had on a clean iron shirt, face all clean, hair combed and everything. And I compared my reality to their social mask. You're gonna lose every time. And on social media, it's not even their social mask, it's their produced mask with filters. They maybe took 1,000 photos before they posted that one. And you're comparing your personal truth with their image, which may not be anything like they were at all. And you decided, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, and I think it was going through it enough times to realize that what I thought I was ultimately going to get from buying those things, it wasn't working and it wasn't giving that to me. And it did take me a while to go through that cycle enough times to figure out, okay, this isn't working.
Y'all need to become new best friends.
Sounds like it.
No,
Yeah.
really.
I want to get to that point.
When you first make a big change like this, it's not going to feel good. And I think that's what we're all waiting for, is just to get to a point where it's like, oh, making this huge shift is going to feel great. And it's going to feel natural. And I'm going to feel good about doing that. And I think expecting the discomfort ahead of time and realizing making this complete 180 is going to be really hard and uncomfortable.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.